My brothers and sisters, how many of us suffer with our own individual torments at one point or another in our lives? The prophet Job was no different. Although a good and prosperous family man, Job experienced horrendous disasters, including the loss of offspring, his health, and his property. However, Job still remained obedient to God during his time of struggle. God rewarded Job for his obedience to the faith. During our own times of struggle, during this life journey, we must not get stuck in the past, forgetting that no matter how sorrowful yesterday was, there is a new day ahead. How many of us know someone who struggles each day, stuck in the past, reliving their sorrow each day? Even if they brought about the sorrow themselves, none of us should grow apart from God. As many of you know, for the past 15 years, I've been working with juvenile and adult criminals involved with the criminal justice system, trying to help them stay on the right path. I remember one particular man we shall call Bill. As part of my job, I had to visit his house several times a month to make sure Bill was not doing anything that would send him back to prison. Bill had committed a fairly serious crime 15 years prior, but was released from prison after showing his willingness to change his ways. For the first 6 months of my visits, Bill would spend the entire time talking about the day he committed his crime. I could tell Bill had become stuck in the past, never living for today or tomorrow. And he spent each day inside of his house, afraid to go out. And he spent each day focused on the events from 15 years ago. Finally, one day, after about 6 months, I told Bill to stop living in the past, and that unless he wanted to be miserable the rest of his life and make his family's life miserable, he needed to start living for today and tomorrow. Even I was surprised at the positive changes this little talk had on Bill's life. He started going out to stores, started visiting more family and friends, and the last time I talked to Bill, he was just getting back from a vacation trip to Florida. You see, he finally realized God had forgiven him years ago. Bill finally realized he was now free from both the physical and the mental bars of life. Listen again to our psalm responsorial today. Praise the Lord who heals the brokenhearted. We must continually ask ourselves, have we asked the Lord to heal us in either mind, body, or soul from whatever struggles we may have? Have we asked God to provide us strength to live for tomorrow instead of being stuck in yesterday's sorrows? But we must not stop there. We hear today that Jesus cured Simon's sick mother. Pay attention to what Simon's mother did next. After being healed, Simon's mother then waited on Jesus and the disciples. We must not forget to do the same when Jesus heals us from what troubles our own lives. Jesus strengthens and forgives us so that we don't get stuck in the past. As baptized Christians, we're all called to wait on God and others by loving and serving the Lord and those suffering around us. Whether it be from loneliness, despair, hunger, homelessness, or even a man stuck in his own mental prison. We must remember that there is no communion without community. We must all, in a non-selfish way, live out the words from Paul's first letter to the Corinthians. All this I do for the sake of the gospel, so that I too may share in it. May God be praised.